What's up, guys? Welcome to Allegedly What&Why podcast. We're back and ready to hit you with today's hottest takes, from ICE making moves to the California fires. Gavin Newsom promises to rebuild LA, and the moon landing versus Jesus return debate. Oh, it's getting wild today. Excuse me. We've got the Jamie coin on the rise and Bitcoin making headlines, and Biden and Harris still making waves while Trump's chatting with Putin. And Vance is popping up everywhere. Eagles took the Super Bowl, but the halftime show is what got people talking, all for the wrong reasons. America's expanding, and don't even get me started on fluoride in today's water. Stick around and we'll dive deep into everything that's going on. I've got amazing topics for all of you guys, and we're going to touch into all of it. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Today's going to be a nice one. It's going to be another quick episode. I've got a bunch of juicy facts for everybody. And thanks for tuning in, man. Much love. This is it. And we're just going to slowly hit all these different topics and stuff, build these facts so you guys can allegedly figure out what's going on and why. That's the whole purpose of this. So let's go up to ICE. I hope everybody's having an amazing day today. Today is February 16th. I'm doing my podcast right before midnight, before I gotta go through newspapers. So I'm just trying to hurry up and get this done today. Let's see. Let me go to my notes. Today, it's been interesting because almost every day some bunch of stuff happens. And you're like, oh, do I add that into the episode? Then you like, some things happen that are so bizarre that you're like, I'm going to add that and then remove other things. But today's first topic, I want to talk about ICE and really like so I want to be like, what's the deal with ICE? You know, it's February 16th. What's happening with the numbers and statistics? What's the deal with all the stories that we're seeing on the news and everything? Let's dive into it. So here is the lowdown on ICE. Here we go, guys. Since President Trump resumed office on January 20th, ICE has been in full enforcement mode, and the numbers have been climbing fast. And here is the breakdown. So the initial surge in the first 3 days, January 20th through the 23rd, it looks like ICE reported around 846 arrests nationwide. Now it looks like these operations mainly targeted sanctuary cities and high-risk areas, with hotspots in Boston, Denver, Philadelphia, Seattle, Miami, DC, yada yada yada. Sustained operations over the ensuing weeks leading up to February 8th, intensified ICE operations have pushed the cumulative total to approximately 2,583 arrests. That averages out to roughly 135 arrests per day, guys, nationwide, as ICE continues to target individuals with serious criminal records, gang affiliations, and other, security concerns. Now, the regional highlights, key border and sanctuary cities, particularly here in Arizona, Texas, and California, have seen aggressive sweeps. For instance, a major operation in Arizona, here where I live, detained over 200 individuals in a single day, underscoring the state's role as a frontline in these enforcement actions. Now, a lot of people don't know this. This isn't like my only thing that I like to do, but me personally, I deliver newspapers every night, and then I work for Amazon on the side. And when you do like stuff where you're like in the city all day working and stuff, you see so much. And let me tell you, man, there ain't nobody speaking English out there in the middle of the street. I'm just playing around, but y'all feel me though. And so I asked this question. I was like, why am I seeing so many protesters? Like, I mean, obviously it makes sense, right? People are going to protest. Like, why? People will protest anything nowadays if it makes any sense. But if you don't know what's going on and you've got questions and you're like, yo, who are these protesters? What are these protests about? Why are these guys waving these flags? Who are these flags? Who are these people? What is the meaning of all this in my city? I'm just trying to get to work. Well, let me tell you guys. The visible surge in protest by Mexican and Hispanic communities can be traced to the fallout from the current administration's strict immigration policies. Since President Trump resumed office, intensified ICE operations and controversial policies such as large-scale deportations and a hardline stance on border security have directly impacted immigrant communities. Well, yeah. Many activists and community members feel that these policies are discriminatory and inhumane and threaten their families and livelihoods. Consequently, protests have erupted not only in cities along the border but also across urban centers nationwide, with organizers using both in-person alleys and social media platforms to voice their opposition and demand reform. Now, key points, obviously, guys: policy backlash. Increased ICE raids and deportations have spurred outrage among those who see these actions as targeting their communities unfairly. Community mobilization: Mexican and Hispanic groups, along with allied activists, have organized protests to draw attention to what they view as an erosion of immigrant rights and social justice. And online and local presence. The protests are visible both on the street and online, where videos, photos, and live streams help spread their message and rally support. So pretty much, this wave of protest reflects a broader national debate over immigration policies and the treatment of undocumented immigrants, an issue that continues to polarize communities across the country. So, like, if I'm a white American seeing this, how should I react and how do I move forward? I mean, I don't want to offend anybody, but I also want my feelings and, to be valid as well. And so, like, even if you're not just a white American, when you see a large-scale protest and heated debates, especially on an issue as polarizing as immigration, you should react, and how you react can shape your own understanding and community impact. Here are some suggestions on how you might want to approach this, you guys. Number 1, stay informed. Number 2, listen actively. Number 3, engage respectfully. Number 4, reflect on your values. And number 5, get involved locally. Remember, the goal isn't necessarily to win an argument, but to foster a dialogue that leads to better understanding and solutions that work for everyone. Whether you agree with the protesters or not, moving forward means engaging with the issues, questioning policies, and contributing to conversations in a way that respects diverse perspectives. Stay throughout the proactive and let your actions help shape a more informed and inclusive community. I hope you guys got a quick little hot take on that. So, like, in my honest opinion, I want to put this, like, in the simplest way without people getting offended. But, like, if you're America and you're born here, then maybe you kind of relate and you feel the same way. But, I think, like, look, man, the moment you come to America without papers or without anything, and it's not part of the that system where it's like you're getting the help, then like you're crossing the country illegally. Immediately, boom, first crime. And I was talking to about this like same topic with somebody before, and it's like, look, man, no man, no woman is above the law, meaning nobody in this world gets to just break a law and get away with it. And not in this America, not in this world, not in this lifetime. And the moment anybody comes across any border without the proper documents and they're trying to look for freedom, but they didn't go to an asylum, you're breaking the law. So if you're here in our country and you're like, oh, well, I've got papers and I'm going to court next week and stuff, but you're still an illegal, that's illegal. And I don't know if you know this or not, but illegal is like breaking the law. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't think we should be letting people break the law and get away with it and then giving them money and supporting them and then, but like, yeah, obviously the people that are breaking the law, the ones that get deported, are getting separated from their families, unfortunately. But anybody that breaks any law will get separated from their family, and that's just how the world works. And unfortunately, there's a mass operation of multiple people breaking the law. So there's multiple mass people feeling this way of, we're losing our family, you've just taken our family away. Which in reality, it's like, well, those people broke the law, you know, and if you would have went to an asylum the right way, you wouldn't have broken the law. If you would have came to America the right way, that no laws would have been committed. And like, everybody's got a story, guys. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Everybody's got a story, guys. If you're listening to this, you've got a story. Your parents have a story. If not, their grandparents have a story. My parents have a story. I have a story. And like, people have it bad. You know what I mean? People have it. It's very unfortunate for some people more than others. And like, it's just how the world works, you know? It's very unfortunate. And you can't take much for granted, you know? And if you're blessed, you're blessed. But you can't, you know, expect to commit crimes, being illegal, and then like nothing to happen to you. And then you get more benefits. It's just, the whole thing is just messed up. The whole thing, I wish, in my honest opinion, I wish that we could just erase all of it and just start from scratch and write all these new policies, make everybody's equals, like everybody's equal as one. Nobody's less than or greater than, and everybody's got the same rights. And then it's like, all right, so how do we move forward? You know what I mean? I don't know. The whole thing's a hot take. I hope you guys can formulate and build your own opinions through the right structure. If you guys want to comment and leave your opinions down, I'd more than love to read them, and we can share opinions. Hopefully you guys got a little something from my opinion. It's not the best opinion, but I'm American. I'm a patriot. I love America, and I'm always going to care for my Americans and myself and my family here. And call me selfish, call me a piece of shit. I don't care anymore. All I care about is me, mine, myself, and I, and my people. And you know, you feel the same way as well. Facts. You know what I mean? You take a deep self-reflect into yourself, and you're like, the only thing, like, yes, we all care about each other and it's world peace, but like deep down, you have to care about, you know, you got to do your thing. You got to care about yourself. So it is what it is. All I know is that if I committed any kind of crime in here in America, I would go to jail and my reputation would be SOL. So like, come on. Anyways, that was a lot. That was a lot, I know. But let's dive into a new topic, all right? Well, there was actually a couple of videos and stuff that I wanted to show you guys about the there's a video going out of these guys. I want to show this, guys, for just a second. Now, I want to show you guys who these guys are arresting in ICE, just so that nobody's getting, you know, I just want people to understand what's truly happening. So as I switch the cameras, we're going to watch a quick 19-second video, just so that you guys can get an understanding, all right? I appreciate you guys.
This breaking now, a man in this country illegally with 17 criminal convictions here in Massachusetts is now in custody of the U.S. Customs officials. ICE saying the 25-year-old seen here as he was arrested Wednesday is a member of a violent Haitian street gang. An immigration judge will decide what happens to him next.
That was a weird video. Why'd they zoom in on his face like that? Wasn't expecting to show ads,
big
guys,
ideas.
but you guys know how
In Massachusetts, the fallout continues over last week's highly publicized ICE raid in East Boston.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
This is 25-year-old Wistigens Jean Kelly Charles, a Haitian immigrant arrested in an ICE operation last week in East Boston. An ICE news release identified him as a violent Haitian street gang member who entered the U.S. through Miami in 2013 and who has since been arrested and convicted 17 times. The release alleged Charles was only on the streets because authorities at the Norfolk County House of Corrections did not honor the Fed's immigration detainer, which would have held him. But the Norfolk County Sheriff tells us it did not go down that way.
Our records indicate that we contacted ICE, the local office, and there was a notation in our records that said specifically.
Interesting, guys. Interesting. I mean, realistically here, it looks like, look, I understand that we're going to get rid of people that committed 17 crimes, charged 17 times, and they're still out there in the streets. You know, there's all over the news, we're seeing videos of like women getting raped and killed from, you know, illegal immigrants, all this other bullshit. But I tell you what, man, America was also built on immigrants, and there's also a bunch of amazing, beautiful families that are immigrants that came here and mind their own business and are part of high functioning members of society. So that being said, I think there needs to be a huge balance. I think there need to continue to remove the similar people that they are with the violent charges. I think we need to proceed with caution and find peace again. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to give you guys an example of like who they're removing and stuff. Obviously, there are examples of people that aren't as violent getting removed. Unfortunately, that is true. But the video I did show you guys is a other example of technically the opposite, but it is a high case of what is getting removed out of our country. So I just want you guys to look at that as like a positive, but also take it with a grain of salt, because like I said, it's going both ways. So as we move into the next topic, I want us to talk about the California update. So well, actually, yeah, you know what? Let's talk about the California fires, guys. It's it's interesting because there's a lot going on with Gavin Newsom and the governor and the mayor and all this interesting like facts and information that's getting released and stuff that makes you really start to feel bad for California. But I mean, at the end of the day, they kind of did this to themselves, right? So here we go, guys. It's very unfortunate to the lives that were lost. It's very unfortunate to the property damage that was destroyed. But it was very well expected from California for something humane and huge to happen like this. So casualties and damage. It looks like the fires have tragically claimed over 22 lives and left dozens injured. I don't want to put a direct number on that, but it looks like that's around the area. And thank goodness, because with the fire that size, it could have took out the whole city. And it looks like the property damage estimates now put the damage at around $3.2 billion. Thousands of homes and businesses have either been destroyed or severely damaged, leaving many residents displaced. Contributing factors: investigations suggest that fires are the result of a perfect storm, extreme drought conditions, high winds, and some evidence pointing towards human error. There's also speculation about possible arson, but no definitive culprit has been identified yet. It's not just one fire, guys. It looks like there was several wildfires have erupted across multiple counties, further complicating containment efforts. Now it looks like there's insurance woes, coverage issues. Many homeowners are facing major challenges with their insurance companies. Insurers are increasingly invoking acts of God clauses to deny claims, leaving residents to shoulder enormous financial burdens on top of their losses. Rising premiums: the overall cost of home insurance in wildfire-prone areas is soaring, with many companies raising premiums in response to the unprecedented scale of damage. Man, that's so messed up. Political fallout. Mayor under fire in Los Angeles. Mayor Karen Bassin, or my apologies, guys. Mayor Karen Bass is facing intense criticism. Reports suggest her administration's response was super delayed, and budget cuts to firefighters' wages have only exacerbated public outrage. Governor in hot water, Governor Gavin Newsom is under significant pressure as well, with calls from his resignation growing louder. Critics, including President Trump and other political figures, argue that the state's handling of the wildfire crisis has been mismanaged from the start. So, what's next? As recovery efforts continue, the focus is shifting to both immediate relief and long-term reforms. Expect more legal and political fallout, with local officials under scrutiny and potential legislative actions aimed at better protecting homeowners and streamlining emergency responses. So it looks like, guys, this is a huge dynamic situation, so just stay tuned for more updates as the investigation recovery efforts continue to unfold. Now, I want to show you guys a video of Gavin Newsom talking about how he wants to rebuild LA and stuff. And I just want you guys to look at this guy's, like, I want you guys to see how fraud this guy just looks. I think this guy looks just so fraud to me. Alright, guys, I'm going to transfer it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Over the course of the next several years, Los Angeles will be host to the World Cup, and then the Super Bowl, and then the Olympics. With this rebuilding effort needing to take place, is LA going to be ready for all of those global events?
My humble position, and it's not just being naively optimistic, that only reinforces the imperative moving quickly, doing in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation.
This is what we do.
President of the United States, Donald Trump, to his credit, was helpful in getting the Olympics to the United States of America, to get it down here in LA. We thank him for that. This is an opportunity for him to shine, for this country to shine, for California and this community to shine. The opportunity with all of that and all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting those three iconic games and venues, but also the opportunity, I think, to rebuild at the same time. And that's why we're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team of looking and reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just the folks on the
Get him out of here.
People here that were ravaged by this disaster.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of
Marshall
California.
Plan.
What is that Marshall Plan?
For
Tell us
this
about this
region,
Marshall
we're just
Plan.
starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits.
Guys, he literally looks like he freaking practiced that whole entire speech literally before. He literally looked like he was in the bathroom for like 2 hours before that. Like, I'm just having fun. But you guys, I don't know. I don't understand the guy. I don't understand California. Everybody's leaving. Ever since a kid, when I started making music and content and stuff, I've always wanted to go to California. California was the place to go. And all of a sudden now it's like everybody's leaving. So it is what it is. I feel bad. But I want you guys to check this out. We're going to do the next topic. The next topic is going to be about you guys are not ready for this one. Ready? What has more evidence, the moon landing or the evidence of Jesus Christ? Either the resurrection or the death. And this is kind of like, this debate can go either way. You know what I mean? Because there's literally so much information about the moon landing and about Jesus Christ in the Bible. And so the interesting thing about all this is, well, we asked ChatGPT. And here we go. Well, the moon landing in 1969, aka Apollo 11, the physical evidence the moon rocks brought back, and they're still studied today. It looks like there's videos, there's photos, NASA's footage, thousands of pictures, and even live broadcast. Multiple space agencies, not just NASA, have verified the landings. Laser reflections that astronauts left on the moon are still bouncing back to Earth today. It looks like over 400,000 people worked on the Apollo missions, and other countries like the USSR tracked it even as well. But for the return of Jesus, it looks like, or the death of Jesus. Now, it's a historical thing. There's sources like the Bible, 4 Gospels, the Roman historians, the Jewish sources, eyewitnesses accounts like Jesus had disciples and followers who claimed to witness his death and resurrection, early Christians who were convinced that they were willing to die for his belief, discovery of the Pilate stones, proof of Pilate existed, remains of crucified man from Jesus' era found in 1968, proving Rome did crucifixions that way. But the moon landing has video, photos, moon rocks, and multiple independent confirmations in real time today. And Jesus' death and resurrection has historical text, ancient historians, and religious accounts, but no physical evidence like bones or artifacts or artifacts directly proving the event. So, ChatGPT, guys. I'm not ChatGPT, obviously. In my own opinion, I think Jesus Christ has more evidence. I think that Jesus Christ has more evidence.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
But ChatGPT says the final verdict is, if we go by historical writings, Jesus' death is very well documented compared to most ancient figures. But if we go by modern scientific evidence, the moon landing takes the win. That being said, NASA might have cameras on the moon, but they didn't have Roman soldiers writing tweets about the crucifixion in 33 AD. Right? Okay. Now, we're going to talk about this new coin that was brought to my attention. I know everybody likes to watch this podcast called Joe Rogan. I just found out there's this new coin called Pull It Up Jamie coin. Hey, yo, Jamie, pull it up. Hey, yo, Jamie, can you pull this up? Jamie. Well, yes, there's a cryptocurrency called Jamie. Jamie, pull it up. Inspired by the popular phrase, pull that up, Jamie, from Joe Rogan Experience podcast. This token is available on the Solana blockchain and can be monitored for real-time market data, including 5 live... Hold on, let me repeat that. This token is available on the Solana blockchain and can be monitored for real-time market data, including live price charts, market cap updates, and trading volume. Additionally, there is a related token named Pull That Up Jamie, which is available on the Ethereum blockchain. As of February 16th, 2025, the exchange rate for one Wikichain, aka Pull That Up Jamie, is approximately 0.0000000001 cent. Now, please note that these tokens appear to be a niche and may have low liquidity and high volatility. As with any cryptocurrency investment, it's essential to conduct thorough research and exercise caution. Dude, my tongue is like twisted right now. It's a lot of talking for me. Now that we're going over Jamie coin, I want to go over Bitcoin. It looks like as of today, Bitcoin is at approximately 97,622. In recent months, Bitcoin has experienced significant volatility. After reaching a high of 107,000 in late January, it saw a sharp decline to around 90,000. In early February, resulting in over $2 billion in liquidations within 24 hours, Institutional interest in Bitcoin has been notable in the fourth quarter of 2024. Various asset managers, including hedge funds and pension funds, increased their investments in Bitcoin. For instance, the State of Wisconsin Investment Board more than doubled its holdings in the iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF to 6 million shares. However, some analysts advise caution. BCA research, which had been bullish on Bitcoin for 2 years, is now signaling a potential market peak. They cite factors such as the proliferation of meme coins and excessive bullish sentiment as indicators. Given the current market dynamics and mixed analysis, it's essential to conduct thorough research and consider your financial situation and risk tolerance before investing in Bitcoin. This is not like an investment thing telling you to invest in these. I just wanted to go over them to all my people that watch this and dive into that cool stuff. So there you go on that. Next topic is where the hell is Biden, and what is Biden doing now that he is no longer the president? Well, guys, let me tell you. As of February 15th, 2025, Joe Biden is no longer serving as president of the United States. His term concluded as on January 20th, 2025, when President Donald Trump was inaugurated. And it looks like specific information about Joe Biden's current activities or location is not publicly available. However, he did have social media, and it looks like all of his accounts were transferred to Donald Trump, and he doesn't really have any personal stuff. But any of his personal stuff will be like, he's not going to be posting for a long time. So, and then the same thing about Kamala. In recent weeks, Harris has been spotted engaging in routine activities such as grocery shopping with her husband. Regarding her online presence, Harris has made adjustments to her social media accounts. Like, she removed the link to the vice presidential account from her instant profile. Additionally, during her 2024 campaign, her team utilized platforms like TikTok to engage younger audiences, with the Kamala HQ account averaging 6 million views per post. But it looks like they're both doing nothing. Nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be heard. They took the L. We'll keep up on that, though. We'll see what they're up to. I'm sure they're going to be writing a book about their failures. Now, I remember a couple months ago there was this situation that occurred that everybody saw on the news about the CEO of United Healthcare. The CEO got assassinated. Everybody saw that. Everybody heard about it. I think the person that did it, his name was Luigi Mangione, I believe. Everybody's heard about it. Everybody thought he was like this model-looking dude. Everybody fell in love with the guy immediately. Everybody knows about this. Everybody knows about this. Everybody knows about this. Guys, when I was talking to ChatGPT and I was doing all my research and I was getting ready for the show, ChatGPT couldn't figure out who and what I was talking about. I can't explain this. All the questions that I were asking and everything that I was looking up, it was saying I was crazy. They were saying that I was retarded, that I didn't make any sense, that what I was looking for didn't exist. And I can't explain how frustrating that is, knowing that you know that it's out there and you know that it's real and you know that 2 months ago the whole world was talking about it, and now you can't find any information upon it, as if the government is just hiding it, as if what is really going on. And it's the same thing with the Donald Trump assassination with the 17-year-old shooter, or however old he was. There's no information upon the guy. And it's all, you can't look any of it up. So, I just had to get it out there, guys. The government is hiding information. The world is hiding information. ChatGPT is hiding information. And they're hiding it from you. What else are they hiding from you? if they're just hiding a simple fact. One simple fact. And they're hiding it from you. If they're hiding it from me. What else are they fucking hiding from us? Obviously, we know what it is. Obviously, we know there's more. Obviously, we know that we cannot trust the government. We cannot trust anybody of their power. And I think that the people, us, should take over and we should conduct our own government. We should be the government. Fuck the government. I'll probably get canceled. Who cares? Now look, guys, I want to talk about the future of AI because obviously AI is hiding information. So here we go, guys. AI is advancing rapidly with significant developments like AI capabilities, robots, and AI developments. Integration into daily life, AI is expected to become integral to various industries, workplace transformations, and ethical societal impacts. The rapid advancements of AI raises concerns about job displacement, privacy, and ethical implications. Addressing these challenges is crucial to ensure AI benefits society as a whole. In summary, AI's future holds transformative potential across various sectors, while the path towards present challenges, ongoing research, and thoughtful considerations are essential to harness AI's capabilities responsibility. I said, why does AI or ChatGPT hide information when asked about certain topics? And all they can tell me is that it was to overall ensure the responsibility use of AI technology while balancing the freedom to explore topics with the need to protect individuals and society from harm. Well, who is in charge of making sure that those guidelines stay intact? Who's to say and who makes these guidelines? And all it says is the government. The government and the people that created AI. And it's ridiculous. And they're just holding all your guys' information. So, frustrating. New topic. Frustrating. All I could say is that whole topic is gay. Now, let's go ahead and give a quick little...
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Eagles! Woo, woo, won the Super Bowl, guys. Looks like the Philadelphia Eagles secured their second Super Bowl title by defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 in Super Bowl LIX on February 9th, 2025. Following the victory, the Eagles held a celebratory parade in Philadelphia on February 14th. General Manager Howie Roseman was injured by a thrown beer during the festives, but continued to participate in the celebrations. Quarterback Jalen Hurts was named Super Bowl MVP, and the team's defense played a pivotal role in the victory. Hell yeah. Also, I want to show you guys a video of freaking Taylor Swift getting booed at the freaking Super Bowl. It was amazing. It was awesome. Here you guys go.
Taylor Swift was just booed at the Super Bowl and Donald Trump was making fun of her. For some reason, when the fan cam panned over to Taylor and Ice Spice, the entire crowd started booing her, to which she looked very confused. But for some reason, Donald...
Poor thing. I mean, it ain't like 3 games in a row she was getting cheered on. They were all cheering her. They were all screaming her name and stuff. So, it's a two-way street. You're a millionaire. Suck it up. But you guys know what? Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance has sparked significant controversy as well. public debate. The performance featured a pointless reference to his ongoing legal dispute with Drake, notably during the song Not Like Us, where Lamar altered lyrics to avoid direct mention of Drake due to legal actions. The NFL has acknowledged a misstep in selecting Lamar over Lil Wayne for the halftime show and has issued an apology to Lil Wayne. Can I get a what? That's crazy. This decision was influenced by Lamar's controversial content and his ongoing feud with Drake, including institutions about Drake's character. The NFL is considering internal changes to improve future entertainment choices. Public reactions to the performance have been mixed. Some viewers criticized the show, labeling it the worst halftime show ever, while others praised Lamar's boldness and artistic expression. Now, regarding potential legal actions, this is speculation that Drake might pursue a defamation lawsuit against Lamar due to the performance content. However, as of now, no official legal proceedings have been initiated. Honestly, I thought the performance was a 10 out of 10. Obviously, if you're a Drake fan, you're like, it was horrible, I hated it, fuck it. But if you're a Kendrick fan, you were like, yo, he did his thing, it was amazing, all the different scenes, the way he was moving, the way he was dancing, the outfit, everything, all of it, 10 out of 10. Honestly, I was looking at my brother, and I had a tear in my eye, and I was like, yo, this shit is golden. Like, he killed that shit. But I'm a Drake fan too, so I was like 50-50. I was like, damn, this sucks. Is he gonna say the word, you know? But he didn't, so we're chilling. It was amazing. But by the way, I recommend you guys go on YouTube and just look it up and watch the performance. But I heard this thing like, why is America expanding so bad? Why is it perceived so bad, right? And I mean, to me, honestly, it feels like making Canada or Greenland or Iceland or even, you know, all these other parts of the world a part of America. It just feels like they would receive our benefits. It seems like they would get to not have to worry about the crucial situations that they're currently living in. But obviously, I feel like they should still, like, their people should still lead their land, you know. The idea of expanding the U.S. by merging with countries like Canada, Greenland, or Mexico sounds appealing to some in theory, as it might solve some border and immigration problems and potentially boost the country's resources. However, the reality of such an expansion comes with complex challenges and drawbacks. Like, number one, political and cultural differences. Number two, economic strain. Number three, environmental impact. Number four, it's kind of hard to pronounce, but sovereignty issues, border and immigration problems, and international relations. While there are merits to the idea of a larger, more unified North America continent, the challenges involved in such a drastic expansion make it unlikely and complex from a geopolitical, social, and economical standpoint. As for the perception that the U.S. is expanding badly, that it's often driven by political, economic, and social tensions. The U.S. has been global superpower for many years, and its influence, particularly in areas like military presence and trade policies, leads to both admiration and criticism. Many criticize U.S. expansion. I don't freaking know. Many criticize U.S. for its historical and contemporary involvement in foreign conflicts such as the Middle East, or its role in shaping global capitalism. When it comes to expanding borders or influence, the issues are more nuanced than simply gaining benefits. It's about maintaining balance between internal and external priorities, managing diversity, and respecting the sovereignty of other nations. Has Trump even been serious about any of these actions? I mean, obviously it looks like President Donald Trump has recently proposed several initiatives, including the annexation of Canada, the purchase of Greenland, and the reclamation of Panama Canal. These proposals have raised significant concerns among international leaders and analysts. Like the annexation of Canada, President Trump has expressed interest of integrating Canada into the United States as the 51st state. But Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was overheard acknowledging that Trump's plans to annex Canada are genuine, suggesting that the U.S. administration is keen on Canada's valuable mineral resources and views annexation as a means to exploit these assets. Well, obviously. The purchase of Greenland. Trump has proposed purchasing Greenland from Denmark, describing ownership and control of the island as an absolute necessity for national security purposes. The proposal builds upon a prior offer from Trump to buy Greenland during his first term, which was declined by Denmark. Reclamation of the Panama Canal. Trump has demanded that Panama returns control of the Panama Canal to the United States due to excessive rates being charged for American passage. He also suggested the usage of military force to take control of the canal. Through this has been met with international criticism. These proposals have been met with skepticism and concerns from various international leaders and analysts, who view as aggressive and potential destabilizing. The feasible and legality of such actions are also subjects of debate, given international laws and the sovereignty of nations involved. I feel like all that was like tongue twisting, but we did it. Smoke break. Smoke break, smoke break. Okay, guys. So it looks like Donald Trump was speaking to Putin. I don't think it's like a bad idea, but a lot of people do. So, yes, President Donald Trump was recently engaged in a significant conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin. On February 12th, the two leaders held a 90-minute phone call marking the first direct exchange between the U.S. and Russian president since February 2022. During this discussion, Trump proposed initiating immediate negotiations on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. He emphasized the urgency of halting the loss of life and expressed a desire to facilitate a resolution. Now, in response, President Putin highlighted the necessity of addressing the root causes of conflict, suggesting that any peace agreement should consider Russia's security concerns and the status of territories involved. Following this call, President Trump announced plans to meet the President Putin in Saudi Arabia to further discuss the situation. Now, guys, this development has elected various reactions internationally. Ukraine's President Zelensky expressed discomfort when President Trump's direct engagement with Putin, emphasizing that any decision regarding Ukraine's future should involve Ukrainian participation. Well, obviously. European leaders have also voiced concerns advocating for a multilateral approach to peace talks that include European nations and Ukraine rather than bilateral negotiations between the U.S. and Russia. In summary, President Trump's recent communication with Putin signifies a potential shift in the U.S. foreign policy regarding the Ukraine conflict, moving toward direct negotiations aimed at achieving a resolution. However, this approach has sparked debate among international leaders about the most effective and inclusive path to peace. Interesting. Honestly, guys, my honest opinion, I think that Trump should be speaking to everybody. Our leader of this country should be speaking to everybody if that's what we want is peace. So I don't see any problems in it whatsoever. But they're forgetting people at the table. And that's my only issue, is don't forget people at the table. Obviously, people need to be involved. So that's my quick little take on that. Let's shift on to the new story. I want to talk about 10 great things that Donald Trump has been praised for. And I want to talk about 10 things that are negative. That way that people that are following this channel, people that are listening, if you're a Trump supporter, we're going to give you guys some praise. You guys are going to feel happy hearing about the things that he's doing right. And if you guys aren't, maybe you could change your mind. And also I want to be unbiased and give you guys 10 things that are negative that people are thinking and that is being said about him. That way, it's not just all biased as like Trump supporters. So here we go, guys. Top 10 achievements. It looks like he's being praised for tax reform, criminal justice reform, Middle East peace agreements, deregulation, economic growth, energy independence, military funding, trade agreements, judicial appointments, and space exploration. Here are his controversies. Handling of COVID-19, impeachment, immigration policies, racial tensions, environmental rollbacks, election integrity claims. Interesting. Election integrity claims, foreign policy decisions, response to protests, and Ukraine conflict. It's because they spelled it wrong, guys. I'm not illiterate, okay? They spelled it wrong. My brain read it spelled wrong, so my brain was like, whoa. And so let's do the same thing for the vice president, right? He economic growth, border security enhancements, infrastructure investments, tax reforms, judicial appointments, deregulation efforts, enhanced national security, energy independence, supports for law enforcement, and trade and foreign policy successes. However, critics are also saying that his humanitarian concerns at the border, economic inequality, environmental rollbacks, controversial trade negotiations, judicial overreach concerns, healthcare policy rollbacks, deepening political polarizations, allegations of cronyism, and long-term impact on U.S. global standings are the negatives. So, take it for what it is. Take it for what it is, y'all. Now, I have an interesting story for you guys before we wrap it up, before we end this. Today's podcast has already almost been at an hour, so thank you guys for staying in this long. I know I probably was doing a lot of fast talking. I just wanted to hurry up because I knew I had a lot of stuff for you guys. So if you guys have been this far into the podcast, go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and give me a comment, subscribe. I put a lot of energy into this, a lot of work into my, facts, a lot of research. I work 2 jobs. I've got 3 other podcasts. So it very much means a lot to me that you guys are still here watching and you guys are, leaving a like, comment, subscribing, and all that stuff. So I really appreciate it. Here's my next story for you guys. So, why is there fluoride in public water? And I heard that it's causing tooth decay, but it's supposed to prevent tooth decay. So, it's commonly added to public drinking water in many countries, including the U.S., as part of public health initiatives. But it's causing health problems over time. And it doesn't make any sense, but it's not directly causing tooth decay, but overexposure during development can cause fluorosis or fluorosis, which is often mistaken for decay. But fluoride, when used properly, helps prevent tooth decay, and its introduction into drinking water has significantly reduced cavities in the population. So, in summary, fluoride has added to public water primarily to prevent tooth decay, but improper use of overexposure can lead to issues like fluorosis, Still, most health organizations consider it safe and beneficial at controlled levels. So like if you're concerned about fluoride in your drinking water, you can always use a filter designed to remove it or drink bottled water without fluoride. So if that's a huge problem for you, there you go. Well, guys, let me see if there's anything on my list that I missed. Oh, for the very, 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 very last story I wanted to give you guys. Did you guys know that Donald Trump, here, I'm going to pull up a video for you guys. But did you guys know Donald Trump freaking put his mugshot in the Oval Office? I thought that shit was so cool. I think he did. Guys. And I want to show you guys a video so you guys know I'm not bullshitting.
Shopify's point of sale system helps you sell at every stage of your business. Need a fast.
The Oval Office has sure been a whirlwind of activity for the last 3 weeks as world leaders file through for meetings with President Trump. It's an impressive setting, the walls adorned with dignified portraits of our nation's great presidents. Now, right alongside them, there's a portrait of a different sort. Is that Trump's mugshot? Yep, he has proudly hung his mugshot from the front page of the New York Post in a gold frame right outside the Oval Office. Reporters spotted it yesterday as Trump was hosting the Prime Minister of India, and the door was left open.
Here it is in the world's most powerful building.
The folks on Fox News are delighted.
He's trolling the trolls, and it's so epic. I love it so much.
And how's this for a Valentine's Day card from the Trump White House? It features the president and his border czar, Tom Homan, with the message, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Come here illegally and we'll deport you."
Alrighty, folks. I saw a picture too of it was Drake and a picture of Patrick Mahomes crying on each other's shoulders. It was the funniest thing I've seen. I might pull it up when I'm editing the podcast. I'll pull it up and show it for you guys to see, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But thanks for tuning in to today's episode, man. I know I did a lot of talking. I know there was a lot of facts, a lot of interesting things to kind of go over. Right now it's 11:35 p.m., so I've got to go through newspapers and stuff. By the way, I've got so many cool stories to share with you guys from things that I encounter overnight. The cool things that I've gone through, the cries, the laughs. I literally have so many cool stories to share. So many things keep happening on a daily basis with the world, which is why we come back here every week to drop an episode. Like I said before, guys, a lot of this stuff is completely unbiased. It's all factual. So if you ever want to look this stuff up yourself, you'll get the exact same information that I'm giving. I'm using ChatGPT AI, and I'm also asking for multiple sources, and then I'm also going on those sources and looking at the facts. I'm also using the left and I'm using the right, and I'm using both sides to get my information. So I'm not, very political and just one-sided. I'm trying to figure out what is truly going on here. And then I try to stay directly in the middle of any situation, really. And if you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, please go ahead and, like I said earlier, subscribe, comment, leave a like. Share this with your guys' friends and family, because it's only going to get better from here. The topics are going to get better. If you guys want me to talk about anything going on currently, go ahead and leave a comment or shoot me a DM. If you guys want to be a guest on any of my other podcasts, you guys shoot me a text and we can get something cooking. Right now I've got Allegedly What and Why, Hustling Hustlers, where I teach people how to hustle different side hustles. We're dropping episodes on this thing called High Times with Jack, where it's my brother and I, and we're just building Lego sets, reviewing different weed, having a good time, sharing stories with friends. I'm also streaming, so if you go on Twitch and you look up Young Forever G, you'll find me, and I'm just gaming, having fun, man. involved with the community and all that. And if you guys want to, just stay in the loop, see what's popping, brand new whip just hopped in. So you guys let me know. Thanks for tuning in for this amazing channel, you guys. I love every one of you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Much love. Stay blessed. Allegedly, what and why. We out.